Shalom, family. Is Yahuah exposing the hidden hand right now? Is he exposing the elites? Is he exposing, the prime minister over there in Israel? Is he exposing our government? This whole assassination is exposing and opening a lot of people's eyes. And people are having critical thinking. And they're realizing something just ain't right. Something stinks. Something's rotten in Denmark, right? Houston, we got a problem. But we already know the descendants of Yasharel. We already know they ain't the people. Because in Luke, I believe it's 7:21, it says, Jerusalem was trodden down by the Gentiles. So we already know they ain't the people because we're the people. And we were scattered in the four corners of the earth. But I will tell you something. Yahuah promised that his covenant people will be exposed to the whole world and acknowledged. And they will be at their feet. And we're going to talk about it. Isaiah 49:7. Thus says Yahuah, the Redeemer of Yasharel, and his Holy One, to whom man despises, to him whom the nation abhorreth, to a servant of rulers. Kings shall see and arise. Princes also shall worship, because of Yahuah that is faithful, and the Holy One of Yasharel, and he shall choose thee. Despised servants, Yasharel has been despised, hated, enslaved, and rejected. The world has treated the covenant people as if they were nothing, and they're still doing it. Kings shall see and arise. A reversal is coming. Leaders of nations will have to stand in respect before the people they once oppressed. And the reason? Not because of Yahuah's strength, but because Yahuah himself vindicates his chosen people. In Isaiah 60, verse 14, the sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet, and they shall call thee the city of Yahuah, the Zion of the Holy One of Yasharel. Afflictors bowing, that's right, the heathen nations bowing, those who once enslaved, mocked, despised Yasharel will publicly bow in humility. Recognition, the covenant identity will no longer be hidden. Zion will be acknowledged by all nations as belonging to Yahuah. So it ain't gonna be no Israelis, it ain't gonna be no Jewish, it's gonna be Israelites. And we was never called a Jew. Let's just say that. We was always called Yasharel. The fulfillment, this is part of the regathering and restoration. It's not about Yasharel seeking revenge, but Yahuah revealing his glory through his covenant chosen people. In Psalms 22:27, all the ends of the world shall remember and turn unto Yahuah, and all the kindreds of the nations shall worship before thee. Global repentance. Every nation, every tribe will eventually acknowledge Yahuah as the one true Elohim. The turning point, listen to that, turning point. The deception of false gods and idols collapse when Yahuah reveals himself through his chosen. Now that's interesting that he started his organization at Turning Point, because I guess he was supposed to be opening up the eyes of the people, especially the young people. That's why he was going to a lot of college campuses. But Yahuah is going to be revealing who he is through his people. That's us, family. Universal worship. It is not just about nations recognizing Yasharel, but about Yahuah's sovereignty being undeniable across the earth. So what's the prophetic thread? Hidden and despised. Yasharel has been scattered, oppressed, and stripped of identity. Deuteronomy 28 and Lamentations 5. exposure and vindication. In the last days, Yahuah reveals who his people are. Deuteronomy 30:1-3, Baruch 2:30-35, and Ezekiel 37. Nations bowing and repenting. Those who once mocked and enslaved will acknowledge the covenant people and their God. Isaiah 49:7, 60 chapter verse 14, and universal worship. All nations eventually must submit to Yahuah, fulfilling Psalms 22:27 and Revelation 15:4. So what does all this mean? Yasharel's suffering has always had a prophetic purpose to reveal Yahuah's power when he restores them. The true identity of Yasharel will no longer be denied. The world will see the covenant people rise by Yahuah's hand and not by politics. Nations that built themselves on Yasharel's suffering will be forced to acknowledge the truth, some in humility, others in judgment. This prophecy is both justice for Yasharel and glory to Yahuah. So I'm going to give you some honest truth. These verses guarantee that the same people who were treated as the lowest, despised, and cast aside will be exalted by Yahuah himself. This won't come through political movements, but through the direct intervention of Yahuah, and the whole world will witness it. So what you're seeing right now is Esau. Esau's trying to be in power. They already know their time is up. So Esau is trying to deceive the world by using this man that was assassinated as this good Christian that believed in Jesus, and everyone just loved him because he's a good Christian man. You know, the straight to the right people over here, the ones that say they love God, they love Jesus, but their hearts is not for him because they don't even like his people. They hate us. And the word says, didn't Yahuah say this, if they hate me, they're going to hate you. So why are they loving on him if they love Jesus? Because their Jesus is the loving, caring, don't worry about anything. You're just going into heaven. You're just a good Christian man. You're a good Christian woman. It's okay. No consequences, no accountability. But they're wearing red, which is what that means. They're in a demonic wickedness. I'm not saying the color red is wicked, because you can see I'm wearing a red scarf. You have to discern what's behind everything that you're seeing. Don't believe everything you see on TV. Don't believe even what you thought was live TV. I mean, if you even just really look at things, it's not really what it is. Everything is a show. Everything is a play. Everything is acting. People are in positions to deceive you. My question is, what happened that they didn't want this man to be here anymore? What did he actually say that made this man or the elites upset? Or what did he refuse to do? I know Candace Owens had said something about, she was telling him that they wasn't the people, and that he said that they were trying to bully him with an agenda that he didn't want to push. And he turned down the money that they was willing to give him. He didn't want the money, and he didn't want to go over there, and he didn't want to have a meeting. And if you really kind of just look at the video, I mean, I didn't really watch, but just a snippet, he looked nervous sitting there in that chair, like he knew what was going to happen, like he knew something was coming for him to wear a bulletproof vest. So let me tell you, Yahuah is exposing them. Like in Ephesians 5 and 11, he's exposing the wicked. Wake up, Yasharel. It's happening.